Hi guys, welcome to the vlog. So it is day 2 after my father's wake. We had a really nice service. A few people came, made it special. We had a video monologue of some of his photos. It was really great. Feeling a little better. Now that the stress of planning that and getting organized and everything is sort of finished now, and we're kind of wrapping up things. I thought I'd do an end vlog. So the kit that I spoke about in my last vlog, I'm trying to remember what it was called. I can't, to be honest. The kit that I have ordered that is, it has been shipped. It's at Port of Origin at the moment, as we speak. So it's getting on board the boat to come over here. Because eBay boat, team of 5. So, that will be here sometime in the middle of next month or the one after. But we're doing an ant vlog today. So I have 2 setups. One I initially don't know what will happen with. So firstly, let's get into the setups. So this is one of the setups that we plan to have with the mid-ant queens. Now, yes, of course, the plant in the back, it has died. We will remove it. We're not very good plant people unless you're talking about my terrarium. It grows on its own. It creates its own moisture, as you can see in the back here. It's got moisture and things. I don't know how well you can see that, but it has moisture in the back and it creates its own little ecosystem. This tall plant right here, I don't actually know what it is. It's my husband's. He found the little seed pod thing and he put it in some dirt and voila, it is doing whatever it does. The other, this is the other setup we have. It's got a plane in here. This is yet another, this orange, yellowy orange thing. It is the catacomb. It's a sandstone catacomb that we got from another ant farm that we used to have. These 2 setups are going to be for the mid-ant queens. These 2. So they're going to be put in here. We have currently got 2 underway. I will show you them in a minute. Up here we have our 2 ongoing colonies. So this one right here, it has nothing in it at the moment. But these 2 right here, they have ant colonies in them. I don't know if I can zoom in with this angle, but I will try. No, I cannot. Let me see if I can get you closer. Take you off the tripod. So, we have colonies in both of these. I don't know how well you can see that. This one has a lot more workers than the other. Don't know how well you can see them. If you can't tell, they like to escapado. I don't know how well you can see that. They're able to let me try to explain. So these ones in here are so small that they're able to fit through the tiny little cracks. where the joins are, where the joins of the ant farm are. So there's that. Later on I have to go and get some more cotton swabs because we are out of cotton swabs, and some things need changing, which you will see when I show you the ants that we're currently housing in the jar with the test tubes. Now, for those of you who may be beginners, who may not know why this is done, when you first get your queen, they like dark, so it's best to keep them in a dry, dark environment and not check on them too often, because you can startle her and she may eat her larvae or her eggs, and they may just start killing off their brood. So until they have at least 10 to 15 workers, it's best to just leave them in the test tube, let them do that. When they have about 10 workers, then go ahead and give them a little piece of food, a bug, an insect, depending on what species. Some species require sugar. We have one at the moment that is sugar based, so they're a more sweet species. We have 2 meat ant queens and a Lasius niger. They will eat bugs and things, but they primarily prefer sweet things. So, and the meat ant queens primarily prefer meat things. So let me just show you. Let me pull the drawer out. So this little queen right here is our Lasius niger. I don't know how well you can see her. She's in here. The reason I need more cotton is because I need to change her out of this. It has begun to mold. That's typically not what you want with your queens. So I have to change her change this out. And I'll be moving her into a different test tube. We'll be moving into a different test tube because this one isn't really, it's too big for her, and she has been not as comfortable. So this is one of my meat ant queens. Look at how lovely she is. She's so beautiful. I don't know how you can see that. She has 2 workers at the moment. Let's put her back before we disturb her too much. Now I have this one. In the middle here, right here, is their rubbish pile. But she has quite a few workers in here. She has about, let me see if I can count, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got 7, and a lot of eggs and brood and things. I'm not real good with the camera, guys, but everyone knows that. But this is our meat ant queens. I did let my husband know that they are up here trying to, let me see if I can turn it around and show you. They're chewing at the cotton, so we do have to be careful of that. We don't wish for escapados, so we're just going to keep an eye on her and everything. They're trying to escape. I will put them back because we don't wish to disturb them too much. If you get them out a lot, show them off, you know, look. It's best when they're first starting the colony, don't do that. Check it every once in a while. I check them once a week. It's best not to, you know, are you alright? Are you alright? I check once a week with the ants in here. These ones, I check water every day, and they get a bug every other day. And I also make sure they have a variety of things, like I sometimes put pieces of apple in here. These are both similar colonies. So this one right here, the one in here, it is a pavement ant colony. Super easy, very good for beginners. During winter time, we had a lot of the ants die off, but that's not uncommon. And like I said, I'm still a beginner. We are still beginners. We're nowhere near advanced. And the little ones here, they're doing swimmingly. They're expanding and floating. They're doing great. But they can get out of their enclosure. So that is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. So yeah, that's all my my queens and my ant hobby. We have a lot of ant stuff here and along the bottom of the shelf there. We did have some things that we thought might be usable for an ant colony, but then we realized probably not the best idea. So, and there's a lot of things. We have a lot of stuff that we use. These are for the water. They're a like a little eye drop type thing. They are for ants. You can get your standard. Let me see if I have one. It needs a good clean up, this one. We're not actually using it at the moment, but you can get these standard little kits that you put together on eBay, Temu, Wish. A lot of beginners see the ones that have gel in them. They got the blue gel. Do not, under any circumstances, do not buy that for your ants. No. No. The blue gel is actually toxic to ants. Don't do it. A lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, I did it. Yeah, they're alright. They're doing alright. No. It is harmful to the ants. Don't do it. If you wanted to get it and then configure it without the blue, like take the blue out and put dirt or whatever in there, fair enough. But do not buy it to house the ants with the blue stuff in it. It's a no-go zone. Many expert ant keepers will say, no, sorry, no, don't do it. And it's not that hard to find queens. They're just out there if you know what you're looking for. With the pavement ant queens, they're easy to find. Excuse me. They're usually pretty easy to find. It's best to do a little research on how the species looks in your area, because not everywhere is the same. I can spot a meat ant queen and a pavement ant queen a mile away. Pavement ant queens are so common, but because I already have the two here, and I also have the Lasius niger in there, they're the smaller ant colonies, I don't want any more pavement ants. I'm really interested in the bigger ants. We did have a Dracula ant queen, but unfortunately, because we had another ant colony up here. We don't have them anymore, but we had another ant colony up here that was an invasive species, and there was a hole in, oh, this is the actual one that the Dracula ant queen was in. We didn't have the screw in here, so it's a hole right into the ants, and they ended up getting in and killing her. So unfortunately we were so sad about her too. Apparently they're not supposed to be this far up in our area, but kudos, they are. We're so excited about her. We're hoping to get different types of species of ants for our collection. Now, you can use any container you want, but primarily it's easier to carry these types of containers, lead, and I don't have any mixed bags. These ones with this type of lid, as long as it has a hole in here, a small pinprick hole, you're good. They must have a hole. You must have a hole in your container. Just because if you don't, there's a risk that they can not get enough air in there and they will die if you don't go home quick enough. But it's easy just to put a tiny pinprick hole. You can use anything to put you can use a sewing needle, you can use a skewer, whatever you like, the tip of a knife, just go in. You don't want the hole too big because they will, escape because, they don't want to be in here. But yeah, these are really good. They just clip together. You just push it on. What I normally do is I put this over the ant, and when it starts to crawl up the side, I just put the lid on like that, and I've collected it. I also have these ones for a meat ant queen or a bigger ant species. You don't want something this size. It may stress them. So I carry these as well, these bit bigger ones. Oh, can't seem to get this one off. Ah, there it is. So this one just screws on. Normally it's a lot more easier. I don't know what the go was with this one, but it's just a simple screw on lid. It has a hole in here. The hole in here is slightly bigger than the one in here because these are for the bigger ant species and these are for the little ones. You can use a bigger container. I have in the past gone to the park and not had enough containers because I found a few that I wanted to take home for my husband to say, okay, yep, that's a queen. I generally know a few species of ant queens, but some I second guess and it's like, are you not? So I bring them home to my husband to go, okay, did I find them or not? If they're not, I take them back. I go and put them back where I found them. Yeah, for the meat ant queens, you want something like this for a bigger ant species. For the little ones, just a little container. But like I said, improvise. I improvised, and I went, as soon as I collected it in the container that I had, I went home straight away because it didn't have a hole. And I did not wish to put a hole in it because it was a container that I was using for the reborns for something I was doing for a prop I was doing with them. So I improvised and came home rather quickly to put it. Normally when I'm out and about, if I find one, I will, go to my husband and say, get a test tube ready, get ready, let's do this. So but the ants are coming along nicely. It's a really easy hobby to get into, but it can, depending on what species you find, there are certain species that require certain things and takes a lot of care. I personally, I don't, I haven't had the ones that require a lot of care, which I'm grateful for because, you know, I'm still a beginner. So far we've had 2 unsuccessful maid ant queen colonies prior to the ones we have now. We did figure out what we were doing wrong. We were too eager to put them in here. You know, we saw 10 workers and we went, wow, yes, let's put them in. No, we did it too soon. They weren't ready, and it was just stress on them, and they ended up, you know. So, it's best to, like I said, for the smaller ant colonies, 10 workers is fine. For the bigger ones, you maybe want to wait till they have about 15. Don't take my advice as gospel because I'm still a beginner myself. I don't know everything, but I'm learning along the way. And I have there's lots of Facebook groups out there that you can join. They're happy to help, happy to give advice. Sometimes I give advice on those sites because I have a little bit of knowledge about the smaller ones. And sometimes, you know, if I know the answer to something, I will, you know, obviously answer that and go, look, da-da-da. But, so I'm doing a little bit better with my mental health and things. I have an appointment coming up soon just for a check-in and everything. Yeah, everything is coming. The baby is on its way. I'm excited about it. I'm bummed that I just can't remember the name of the kid. But yeah, if you go check my previous vlog, you'll know what kid I'm talking about. And I'm in love with it, and hopefully I can get it reborn. Myself and my middle child are going to reborn it together. I do reborning, but I'm no expert. I'm not top of the line artist. My son does fantastic work. He has done fantastic work with some reborns, which I've shown in previous vlogs. Go check them out if you want to see his work. His work is fantastic. So we're sharing that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this vlog, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, comment, like, subscribe. Bye. And as always, be awesome. Bye.